Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Mulligan. How are you? We're going to do a little bit of what we did yesterday, but we're going to search for lowercase letters, the smaller letters. We're going to review what uppercase are too, and every day I work with you, Ms. Mulligan reviews, and then she adds on to something new. So you're going to hear me repeat a lot, but that's how we learn. We see things a couple times, 4 or 5 times, and then we start securing it and knowing it. Today, I can, find, lowercase letters. Pay attention to print. Everybody say that. Pay attention to print. Yesterday, we looked at the letter O. When we know it's shaped the same way, we move our hand the same way, and it looks almost like it. The only difference is one seems taller or bigger, and that's the uppercase capital. So if I know uppercase capital, and I look at this one, this is the lowercase letter, the lowercase O. It's smaller, okay? And we're going to look at those same letters. I'm going to review the letters, and we're going to talk about uppercase, and then we're going to bridge in that lowercase. Then at the end, I'm going to do an exit slip with you, and you have to find the lowercase today. And I bet you're going to do really well at that. So let's review. I have my board again, and I love the letter O. And I know the S, and I know the C, and I know the J, and I know the P. You're going to learn those letters. You're going to work with me today, but I want you to air draw with me. One of the things that Miss Mulligan likes to do is making sure you have a hands-on when you're working with me, that you see it, and when you have that hands-on, you can really kind of feel it in the air of which direction it's going, okay? You also have to have the auditory piece where you're really listening and following with me, okay? So let's start reviewing. If I look at the letter O, and I know they almost look the same, I know they're both letter O's, okay? The one thing I do know too is one is the uppercase. Remember, uppercase is up high. And if I look at the two and compare, I have to use my eyes to look at the height too. This one is the uppercase. It's taller, it's bigger. So if this is the uppercase and I put it along with the other O, then I know this is the lowercase O. It's a little shorter, it's smaller. Lowercase. Capital, lowercase O. So if I look here, remember from yesterday when we did this lesson, this is the C. It almost looks like the O, but it's an opening here. It's a curvy line around. Curvy line around. Yesterday we learned about uppercase capital. Which one was your uppercase, the taller one that we learned? It's this one, you're right. If this is the uppercase C, capital C, this is the lowercase c. Put your finger up. Lowercase c. Okay, it's a little smaller. Let's go to the S. Remember, the S is one of those that reminds you of a snake and you curve around. Start here, curve around, curve back around. Okay? Yesterday we learned about capital letters. The capital S, the uppercase S. If this is taller and bigger, and we know this is the capital or the uppercase S, what do we say this is? Use that term with me. Lowercase. Lowercase s. Put your finger out and trace around. Curve around, curve back. That's the lowercase s. Let's go down to the P. This one looks a little different because it's got a straight line. Then you trace back up and curve around. Straight line. Trace back up, curve around. When I do that, I don't have to pick up my pencil. So I go down, back up, and around. Down, back up, and around. The P, we learned yesterday, the uppercase capital is this one. It's taller, it's higher. So if this is the uppercase P, or capital P, what is this? Shout it out. Lowercase. Let me hear you say that, everybody. Lowercase. And it looks smaller, doesn't it? It's cool, isn't it? That's your P. Uppercase capital. There's your lowercase p. Now, there's your J. It almost looks the same. Sometimes in print you see it like this. That's a font we know, but we're more familiar with this one with the little dot. That's a type of font too. Okay? This is the J. What does Miss Mulligan like to do on my driveway? Jump rope. Jump rope. It's a J. Yesterday we learned that the J is the uppercase J is here. Taller. It's a capital. If this is the uppercase capital, then what's this one? You're right. Lowercase. Shout it out. Lowercase J. Say it with me. Lowercase J. That's your lowercase J. So let's look at them again. I'm going to review. I'm going to point to each of these, and then you're going to find the lowercase when we're done. So let's go ahead and get our finger out. Trace over the O. Okay, uppercase O, capital O with me. Come over here. O, lowercase o. It's lowercase, it's smaller. What letter is this? C, C. Trace with me. Uppercase C, capital C. This one's smaller. C, lowercase c. This is my favorite, S. Uppercase S, capital S. Put your finger here. S, lowercase s, smaller. P. So trace over the P's. This one is the capital P. One line down, back up and around. Or uppercase P. You should be tracing with me. I want that finger out. Let's find the lowercase p. Lowercase p. This one is smaller. It's lowercase. J. Uppercase J. Capital J. Where's my lowercase j? Lowercase j. Lowercase j. Okay? Now you know more each day. Now I would like you to find my lowercase letters today. There are 5. I have one here, one here, one here, one here, and one there. We're going to find 5 lowercase letters. We're going to do one letter at a time because you know one letter is uppercase capital and the other one is lowercase. Let's look at the O. Which one, when we're looking at this, is the lowercase? Lowercase means smaller in this case. Not always, but most of the time. If you pick this one, you're right. This one is lowercase o. It's smaller than this one. See the difference? They look the same almost, but one's smaller, one's shorter. That's the O. Here's the C. C. Can you find the lowercase c? If you pick this one, you're right. It's smaller. It's shorter. This one is not. This is the lowercase c. Let's look at my favorite letter, S. S. Which one is a lowercase s? If you pick this one, you're right. Look at the difference. This one's taller. This one's shorter. Around, lowercase s. Boy, you're doing great. What letter is this? P. P. Which one is lowercase? Little, smaller. If you pick this, you're right. Look at my finger. That one is taller. That's uppercase. This is your lowercase, smaller. Lowercase p. This is the J. Jump, Miss Mulligan. J. Which one looks like it's a lowercase? Smaller in this case. If you pick this one, you're right. That's the lowercase j. See how that ends here? That's what you're looking at. See that? Bridge. This is a lowercase j. Sometimes we see it this way. See how it's shorter and smaller? So, boys and girls, we will keep reviewing uppercase and lowercase throughout the next couple weeks. But let's go over what we just learned. Read with me. I can. Find. Lowercase letters. Pay attention to print. And if we look here again, could you point to the lowercase for me as an exit slip? Could you do that for Ms. Mulligan? If you pick this one, you're right. Point with me. Everybody should have your finger out with Ms. Mulligan. Lowercase. That's your lowercase. Have a good day, boys and girls. Pay attention to print. You're going to hear me say that over 100 times this year. Have a great day. Bye-bye.